Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack, and today on the live stream we're doing another Speed Champions build. This is the one that I was looking forward to the most. I know there's like a really big one that we have, a Formula 1 set. I'm looking at it right over there. That's the really big one for this particular wave, but this is the one that I was looking forward to the absolute most. This is the Ferrari FXX and Development Center. So actually this Ferrari is based pretty much on a very similar design from the LaFerrari that we got like 2 years ago. That really small Speed Champion set that was just the little red Ferrari. This is a more updated version of it, but it's pretty much the same kind of vehicle. But also you can see we get the actual development center with the wind turbine or the fan. It's supposed to be in like a tunnel and stuff with like a smoke wand or something, but it's not quite the exact same setup. I think it still looks pretty cool, and I'm definitely looking forward to this part the most. The set is recommended for ages 8 to 14. It is set number 75882, and it has 493 pieces. So 493 pieces, and the part-to-price ratio is actually pretty darn good. It's pretty average, but there are 4 minifigs included. So it's $50 in the States, £55 or €50. So that's the part-to-price ratio. It's pretty average. I think it's a little bit above average considering you get, I think there's just a lot of nice accessories, nice little builds, and 4 minifigs for this part-to-price thing. It's actually pretty good. So anyways, those are my initial impressions. And I'm going to switch down to this camera, and let's get this thing going. And I remembered this time, I don't know if you guys watched last time, where I had to like peel the tape off because I couldn't find my box cutter. This time I got my box cutter. Nice, clean, easy break. And let's get this thing on the road. I hope everybody's having a nice day. I hope things are going well in your neck of the woods. Let's see how many bags we got on the inside. 1, and then number 2, and then number 3, if you can see that, and then number 4. 4 bags. Looks like number 1 is actually the biggest bag out of all of them. And then how many manuals? Just 2 manuals. Number 1 is pretty small. I bet you can guess why, what we're building in the number 1 first. I think it's the car. Look at all these stickers. I still maintain that it isn't as many stickers as we got for those Speed Champions individual cars we got last wave or 2 waves ago. But quite a few stickers. Looks like most of them, about half of them are for the car, and then about half of them are for the rest of the set. So anyways, let's build this darn Ferrari. The Ferrari, I think, is still the figurehead of the set. I think it's still the best part of the set. I mean, I'm expecting it to be the best part of the set, if that makes any sense. I think it just looks really awesome. And unfortunately, I didn't build it, but we did have the LaFerrari, the older version of this sort of same car built out of Lego. We had that set in the studio, and I think it did end up getting parted down. Honestly, it must have been a long time ago because I don't remember parting it down, and I don't remember if that was my decision to part it down or what. Oh, we just got a super chat question from Indigro Nation. This is Indigro Nation. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for using the super chat function. I always forget to mention the super chat function, but Indigro Nation asks, "Hey, what's up? Do you remember me?" Yes, I do. I do remember you, Indigro Nation. You've donated a few times. You've used that super chat function a few times. Yes, I do remember. My memory, I'm not gonna say it's a great memory. I'm not gonna say I've got the best memory, but it's certainly not as terrible as a goldfish. I can remember some things, but you know how it goes. The older you get, the less you remember. And by the way, yeah, guys, there is a super chat function. If you want to use that, I think it's that little $ thing down before, and it kind of like you can choose to donate a little bit of money to the channel, and then your little question or your statement or whatever it is that you want to talk about sort of pops up as an alternate color, and you can kind of see what the super chat person says or does or whatever. But yeah, so that's that, and we have officially begun the build for the Ferrari. And of course, hold on, let me just see if I can't bend this thing backwards a bit. We got quite a kinked up manual. You don't have to pay to ask us a question, Carbonite Hunter. You don't have to. I'm just saying, it's like it's basically I see messages. You don't have to delete his statement either. I feel like our mods are super loyal, but loyal to the point where anybody that has a differing opinion or doesn't like what we do, you guys delete their stuff. Don't delete it. You don't have to delete everybody's comment that says something negative. Carbonite Hunter, no, you do not have to pay to ask us a question. It's the super chat thing. Basically, it shows up in another speech bubble thing. So like I can see, and it stays there and doesn't go away. Like the rest of the live chat kind of flows by as fast as like the mouth traffic or the typing traffic or whatever the heck you want to call it. It flows by really fast. So I'll see questions and I'll be reading some of them, and then sometimes it'll just kind of fly by or something. So there are questions, but I mean, I answer questions all the time, or not all the time, but I answer questions pretty frequently, just from the regular chat. And I guess the super chat is something where I never skip like a super chat question, unless it's of course something like super inappropriate or whatever. But no, you do not have to pay to ask us a question. The one thing is, if you do have a burning question, it's literally just a sign of logistics. And also, of course, if you just feel like donating. But really, it's like the super chat question just stays in a different, separate chat box, so I can see it at all times. Whereas I can only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different. I can only see the last 8 things people said, and that goes by pretty quick. So, you know, somebody will put a question up really quick, and then I'll be like, huh? And then I'll miss it or something. Or I'll read a question and be like, oh, I just got this question, but I didn't see who posted it because the name, like I didn't read the name or whatever. So, but no, don't worry about it. You do not have to, whatchamacallit, you do not have to pay to get a question answered. That would be silly. I don't think any live stream works like that. It's more of just like a, hey, you support the channel sort of thing. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, that is the correct spot. And then we are building the next one out. So this does feel like a pretty standard Speed Champion set. I don't know how else to describe it. There is a formula to building a car. Now, I think that the Lego builders have kind of put together the Speed Champions cars, where they've just figured out ways to just do it well enough. So you can kind of use a sort of specific formula, and then, oh, there's actually, I missed a little yellow stud here. Just the tiniest little yellow stud. Okay, yeah. And so it's kind of like a formula. And then once you've built a few Speed Champions cars, you're like, oh, I've been here before. I've done this kind of stuff. All right, we just got another question from Indigro Nation. Thank you again for using the Super Chat function. And that is, the question is, what is your favorite comedy movie? Oh, that's such a hard one. I could go on and on and on about favorite comedy movies, but let's see. All right, favorite comedy movie. Pure comedy, just regular whatever comedy. Oh, that's so hard. I'm a big fan of the Zoolander movie. I never saw the sequel. I heard the sequel wasn't any good. Didn't even bother to see it myself. But the first Zoolander movie is great. Big fan of like Airplane and the Naked Gun franchise with Leslie Nielsen. Monty Python is up there. If I had to choose a favorite Monty Python movie, it would probably be The Holy Grail. But let's see. Go to Mel Brooks. So many good Mel Brooks movies out there. If you guys ever watched History of the World, that's a great one. Of course, Spaceballs is the more well-known Mel Brooks movie, but he's got a lot of really cool stuff out there. And by the way, no, I don't think there is going to be a sequel to Spaceballs. I know he keeps on putting out teaser posters and stuff and messing with people, but I don't think Mel Brooks is going to be making another sequel to the Spaceballs movie. I hope he does. But he was putting up posters around New York, if you saw that. It says, Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. But I don't think that's a real thing. I think he was just messing with his fans. So many comedy movies. I would say Zoolander is way up there. Just like pure laughs. I mean, I hate to admit it, but I really think that the South Park movie, that movie still holds up. Not the most appropriate movie for this channel, and if you quote pretty much anything from that movie in the super chat or in the chat at all, it's probably gonna get flagged for swearing. But it is a hilarious movie. Highly recommend. Yeah, I could go on and on and on. There's so many good comedies out there. Not as many recent. You know what? I can't think of a recent comedy that came out that I really liked was actually Spy. Spy, that was a really funny one. Like, I was not expecting it, but man, that one really came out of... I hadn't really heard about it, and then my friend was like, dude, have you heard about this movie Spy? I was like, no. And he told me about it, and then I watched it, and yeah, he was raving about it, and very, very, very good movie. I thought that was super funny. So many good ones out there. Yeah, see, a lot of people like Zoolander. You know what I did? I saw the trailer to Zoolander, just the trailer, and the trailer, you know how you can watch a movie trailer, and sometimes you just see it immediately, and it's just like, nope, nope, like, I just don't think that's going to be any good. That was my impression when I saw the trailer for Zoolander. It was like, the whole trailer was like, hey, remember this funny joke from the first movie? We're doing it again. Hey, remember this funny joke from the first movie? We're going to do that joke again. I was like, oh, gosh, okay. Like, didn't even bother. But I don't know. I mean, Ghostbusters is a great one. Gosh, comedy movies. I think one of the better comedy shows out there, one of the all-time greats, and I know a lot of you guys are probably younger kids, but so maybe you haven't heard of this one, but I highly recommend you watch it. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Well, I mean, I can't guarantee that because I have no idea what you like, but I like it a lot, and I think most people probably would too. Is the Faulty Towers series? I think there was just one season, maybe 2 seasons, but it's an old show. Dang it, put that on wrong. It's an old show with John Cleese. John Cleese. He's sort of like the most famous of the Monty Python troupe, and it was his independent show that he did with his his wife was one of the actresses on there, and it's basically John Cleese just being like a horrible human being. He runs like a bed and breakfast. If you guys want to watch an old show from the 1960s, but I guarantee you, it is just like the funniest thing. Every single episode is just like pure comedy gold. Completely biased opinion, totally just my admiration and gloating for the show. But if you ever get a chance, it's probably a show a lot of you, if you're a bit younger and you haven't like sort of gone out of your way to find it, you're probably not going to. I know there's a lot of the episodes on YouTube, actually. I think quite a few of them are just on YouTube. I'm not entirely sure about that. But yeah, the Faulty Towers, FAW, right? FAW, I believe that is. Oh, I just got another donation from IndieGrow Nation using the super chat. All right. See, that thing just pops way up. I can see it right out of the channel. Have you ever watched iDubbbz TV? Not meant to be inappropriate. I just really want to know if you or Charlie have watched him. Yes, I watch iDubbbz TV. I like iDubbbz. The thing is I learned about iDubbbz TV through H3 Productions. I'm a much bigger fan of H3 and Ethan and Hila when they did the Ethan and Hila show. So I would say that I never miss like an H3 video. And he does a lot of stuff with iDubbbz. iDubbbz has some really good stuff, and I think his sort of his commentary and criticism on some of the other YouTube channels that kind of got him noticed. I thought he did really good videos on that. So I do like iDubbbz. His humor is crazy though. Yeah, you said not to be inappropriate. I know exactly what you mean, because yeah, he does stuff that like I don't even know. I mean, he basically he has no boundaries. iDubbbz TV is kind of insane, but like kind of in a good way, or I don't know, you know. Yeah, he's way out there. But I do like my favorite videos of him though are his collabs with H3. I think I'm just a bigger fan. And that's how I found out who he was and what he was all about. But yeah, I do watch iDubbbz, and I do like his content. So yeah, yes I do. Yeah, iDubbbz is hilarious. He's like he might actually be just a little bit insane, which is fine. But yeah, his content is basically the opposite of what I do here. Where are you kidding me? This I need another wing flap here, and it's supposed to be the opposite. It's supposed to be the opposite angle. Let me just show you guys. I hope this. It's always funny when you're building something and you can't find a piece, and you're like, I swear it's Lego's fault, and then you look a little bit harder. So I'm looking for another wedge piece, you know, obviously to like make that flush. But this is the weird thing. I get another one that's the same flap, and I don't think that there's another time. I think they actually gave me two of the same wedge pieces. I really do think that that's what they did on accident. I'm gonna go through. You know what? I might be able to find another wedge piece. I'm pretty sure this might be the. Wait a second. That's the same piece. What? Oh man, dude, my brain is. Did I just have a stroke or something? I thought I messed up. That was the perfectly right piece, and I just had it. What was I doing? What was I doing, guys? Guys, I think the part of my brain that recognizes faces and the part of my brain that like creates patterns and stuff like that just had like a huge like loss of blood or something. I think I just lost like my ability to. Wow, that was embarrassingly bad. I make mistakes on this all the time. Don't get me wrong. But that was a bad one. All right. Okay, here we go. So I put it on the underside here. So here we go. We got the front hatch up there. I swear I was looking at it. I was like, how did this not? This isn't the right piece. And it just was the right piece. And I was just looking at it over and over. This isn't the right piece. And it totally was. Totally was. Oh, I see. I still put this on the wrong side. Oh, I see how this works. Yeah, okay. There we go. This makes more sense. We'll get there someday. I have yet to do a Lego build here, guys, where one of these, where I haven't made a mistake. Just, I straight up haven't made a mistake. Even yesterday, flying through that Minecraft, was that yesterday? Flying through the Minecraft set, it was a really fast build, a really easy build, and I was still just like, wah! Just totally, still messed up. Little mess up, but it was still there. Still there. I'm curious. Somebody's asking me who watches Rick, or not asking me, somebody's asking the crowd who watches Rick and Morty. Crop Hopper 97. Everybody? I hope everybody watches Rick and Morty. Once again, not an appropriate sort of bit of content for this channel. Just because, you know, hey, it's Lego. I want like younger kids to be able to watch this, and like, you know, I don't want parents to freak out and stuff and be like, hey, this is unwholesome. There's no reason why a Lego channel can't be perfectly wholesome. That being said, Rick and Morty is awesome. Go watch it if you are old enough to. Hold on. All right. Oh, okay. I guess there's just a space there. Thought they were gonna fill that gap in just a little bit, but there wasn't. Sometimes I look back at stuff not because I messed up, but because I just really want to confirm that that's indeed how they want me to build the thing. Okay, here we go. Once again, we get these red pieces, these little corner wedge pieces. I feel like at a certain point I'm going to have to stop pointing these parts out because we've seen them now twice, I think, during live streams. But yeah, these are the newish parts. And I think they're going to be out in every single Speed Champion set, so let's just say they're not new anymore, just for the point of not sounding super redundant. And here we go. First stickers of the day. Okay, this makes sense. So number 25. Special sticker. You can't fit it on any other piece but this little corner wedge piece. Okay. There we go. One. And done. So yeah, definitely putting stickers on. I can't even see what's going on in the chat, generally. It's just like, huh? What? Who? Alright. Alrighty. Alrighty. You make your mock videos? Yeah, you know what I want to do this week? I want to have a mock video come out. There was a guy I met a really long time ago, and I hate to say it, I can't remember his name. I've got him, like, we had email conversations, and then I actually met him at the Brick Arms Lego Festival in, or the Lego show in Anaheim last year. Really cool dude. We were hanging out like for most of that convention. And we'd been in contact before the convention, and then I was like, oh wow, like, hey, how's it going? We ran into each other. He's a big he makes a lot of Lego military stuff, a lot of tanks and helicopters and planes and stuff. I mean, I was at the Brick Arms show. If you guys know what that is, it's like the craziest. It's not crazy. It's like a Lego military build convention. They only pretty much make, not only, don't get me wrong, it's not like they don't allow people to submit other stuff there, but the vast majority of the themes that are there are all based on military stuff and planes, helicopters, actual reenactments of battles that happened in certain wars and stuff, like really, and they get really specific. They're like historians and they're Lego builders at the same time. And they get very specific about just about everything. And it's a cool thing. It's a totally different kind of vibe to, I think, a normal Lego show, though. Because you'll see stuff and they'll have like exact battle scenarios, you know, on some battlefield in some place in the in World War II or something. And anyways, there's this guy there though, and he all he does, he's like a very specific mock builder where he'll make everything gray, which is because he's not like some really rich dude where he can just buy every kind of part he ever wants for anything. And so his standard thing is to make everything pretty much gray and dark gray and black, and those parts are a bit cheaper and a bit more accessible. So it kind of makes it easier for him to like mess around with his Lego builds. And he almost never makes stuff on Digital Designer. He pretty much just kind of goes from his head and he looks at stuff and he just kind of scales it. And it's really close to minifig scale, but he kind of just does everything in his head and is like, oh, this looks close enough. And he makes Humvees, helicopters, but he makes them very specifically accurate to certain types of military models. All of that stuff. He's a very, very good builder. Really cool dude. And anyways, he sent us the instructions to his M1 Abrams, the tank, that big old tank. He sent us the instructions to that, and I was like, all right, we're going to build this someday, dude. Like, I swear we are. And he was like, all right, cool. I look forward to seeing it. And that was like a year ago. So he sent us a thing a really long time ago. And a few weeks ago, I went on a trip like a few weeks ago. And before the trip, I sat down. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna order all the parts for this tank that he sent us instructions for forever ago. And so I got all the parts. I haven't really organized them. Usually I like to organize them and really make sure that I've got everything. But I'm gonna start the build for the M1 Abrams this week. And if I've got everything when I sit down and I start doing the build and recording the episode, then I'll show you guys. And that'll be the next custom mock. It'll be like a hyper-realistic modern tank, basically. So yes, I do have a mock coming in the future. That I think will be the very next one. And once again, I know a lot of people are very critical about us not having our own mocks, but we do have our own mocks in the works. But you know how long it takes to build and design stuff, especially if you're like focused on other things, like trying to make daily content. It is pretty time consuming, but we are getting there. With a few things. I know my brother's been designing some stuff. In fact, he designed something and then he did the build for it, and I was like about to make the episode on it, and then he like I don't know why, but he just didn't do the voiceover because I wanted him to talk about his mock for the episode, and he just like hasn't gotten around to doing it. Like, all right, well, we'll make the episode whenever you just decide to we'll make the episode whenever you decide to do the voiceover for it. But it should be coming sooner rather than later, I hope. Okay. So this is a red and black sticker. Ah! Gosh, these stickers are so annoying. Sorry, this might be the most boring part of the stream, is the sticker part of the stream. Okay, so there's one. Well, there's a bunch more coming this way, so just letting you guys know that I'm going to be bent down looking at these tiny little pieces, these tiny, tiny, tiny little stickers. Most of the stickers for this set, too, are also really small. The larger ones, I feel like, are a little bit easier to match up. They're a little bit easier to handle, so you can kind of get them onto the Lego piece a bit faster. And they also look a little bit better. Whereas all these little ones, you know, the tiniest degree off, a millimeter off, and it looks noticeably bad. Okay, yeah, and then this sticker is supposed to match up with the detailing here. That makes perfect sense. Okay, so 28. I like that they number the stickers now. There's a time if you build an older Lego set, it doesn't tell you. It doesn't exactly tell you how or why it's going to be matched up a certain way. Oh, I see. So I get this black kind of towards the top. Yeah, it looks okay. I don't know. Sometimes you look at a sticker and you see how it's supposed to match up with another sticker or another bit of Lego detailing, and it makes sense to actually push it closer to the edge than keeping it perfectly centered. You know what I mean? So that's what I try to do sometimes with the stickers, is don't keep it right in the middle all the time. Sometimes it looks better if you kind of push it out in another direction. We are building this thing up. It is starting to look like a Ferrari. Do I like... What was somebody was asking? How do you get the stickers on so precisely? I don't get the stickers on so precisely. That was a question from Antiplier Rules. And yeah, the answer is I don't. I try to, and I have like an idea on how I want to get it done. But there's a certain point, especially when you're building like live, I feel like I want to make sure that I want to get this kind of done as quickly as possible, just because I know building Legos in front of a camera isn't like the most like wildly entertaining thing. It's not gonna keep your attention the same way you're watching other videos are gonna be doing it. You know, where I'm not doing a bunch of quick cuts and, you know, I'm not spouting off incredible jokes and whatever. So I do try to get this done as quickly as possible, because the review part, I think, is the most important part of the set. And I can't do that until everything is built. I think there is kind of an interesting aspect to the process, though, especially discovering something like during the build. Okay, here we go. I'm building onto... I do like the way these Speed Champions things work, though. I don't know if you guys have noticed, or if you noticed from building your own Lego sets, or Speed Champion specifically, but they always have it where you build a portion of the body and it's got all these studs that stick out, and then you build the back separately and you just go and you just stick the back on, and then you build the front separately and you just pop the front on. Wow, 4 stickers are about to go onto this. Okay. All right. Is there a 23? Yeah, okay. Wow, all right. And they're all super tiny. My least favorite. Okay. I feel like it's easier to put the sticker on. I was actually having this conversation with a friend of mine. It's easier to put the sticker on when you don't have the stuff built together. That's usually my philosophy. But so much of the Lego instructions always tell you to put the pieces on, and then you turn the page, and then it says, now put all your stickers on. And I don't think that's the greatest. Okay, this has got to match up. So yeah, so this is definitely a sticker where you'd want to get it closer to the bottom of the piece as opposed to being right in the middle, if that makes any sense, because you really want that black part to match up with the black part there. There we go. It sort of works. Hold on. Now you gotta twist it a little bit. There we go. It's actually pretty centered. Okay. Anyways, yeah, there's a ton of these. Oh, there's so many. Okay. So many. This one you can kind of keep in the center. So weird. All right. Do I have Lego Dimensions? Yes, I do have Lego Dimensions. I do play it from time to time. It's sort of, Lego Dimensions is very much a game where I feel like you can, for the most part, turn your mind off. I don't really, to be honest, it's like a love-hate relationship with Dimensions, because it is a game that I play from time to time. I almost never play games, but like when you play Dimensions, so much of it is like really easy and really straightforward and really just kind of like, yeah, it's almost like mindless, like just turn off your head and just kind of go through the map. And then there's always a part where you get really stumped, like out of nowhere, and then you're stuck on this one part. Usually when I complete a section in Lego Dimensions, doesn't matter what, everything's fine. You're just kind of almost walking through the level, like there's nothing to see here, nothing to, you know, you're just like bam, 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 just move, move, move. And then you just get stuck somewhere and you're on that section for like the whole rest of the level, and that's it. So that's my relationship with like, see that? That is a cool back end. Actually, the front looks good too. The hood seems a little bit high, but I won't make that statement. I don't know if it's too high until I get the windshield on there, but it looks a little too high. The box on this for the Ferrari, you can see it. Wait, whoa, I put these on the way wrong spot. I'm just kidding. Oh, these are attached only by one stud. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, the front hood seems a little high to me. Just a little high. What do I like better, Lego Marvel or Lego DC? Good question. I mean, within Cinematic Universe, I like Marvel more. But that's not Lego, necessarily. Let's see. DC, there's a lot more DC Lego minifigures. Not a lot. There's noticeably more. Because I've got the complete collection in the back room. Every single one of the guys. I think every single one now. Looking at the collection like next to each other, the two collections, there are a lot more DC guys. I want to say like 30 or 40 more. But that's pretty much just because of Batman. Batman is like pretty much the reason why there's more Lego DC than there is more Lego Marvel. And to be fair, the numbers are actually very close. They're very close to being the same, pretty much. They're just a little bit different. Okay, all right. Another 4 stickers. But let's see. I really like the Batmans. I mean, we've been collecting the Batmans for a while now, and they look awesome. And there's so many, and there's that one that's finally, I don't know, I'm going to report it, or I think Mike is going to report it on the news. this week, but there was one Lego Batman movie minifigure, the last one that like pretty much nobody in the States or in Europe could get their hands on because it was only released as an exclusive guy in Hong Kong during the movie. He's like the leopard or tiger suit Batman, but we can get our hands on him soon. But anyways, no, I think I do like the DC figs more. I just have a stronger connection to Batman, and so does, I think, Lego as a franchise. Like, Lego has made so many versions of all the classic Batman villains over time. I was thinking, because I don't quite have enough of any of those guys to do, like, a legit collection video, because there's only usually, like, 6 or 7 of them. And I'm talking about Two-Face and Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze and the Penguin. But there's so many different versions of them. And Bane is out there. Lots of Catwomans. And I think that's like a really awesome sort of aspect where they've been consistently celebrating like over and over and over and reiterating all the different versions of Batman. And I think that's always like a cool thing. I do like all the Batman villains and stuff. But then again, I'm a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy too. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy first movie. I've got super high hopes for the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So the minifigs for those guys are really cool too. So I don't know. There's, what the heck? Oh wait, oops. Did I put this on the wrong? I totally did. Need to use these little corner wedge pieces. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense though. But yeah, so I'd say I choose DC. I choose DC over Marvel for Lego. That is final-ish answer? Yeah, I think so. And where the heck? I could have sworn it's a 1x2 black piece. Come on, 1x2 little black plate piece. Oh, it's still attached to the section here. Okay. It's still attached to the build when I made the mess up before. What do you know? All right. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Putting on some little side pieces. So there's one. I like that this matches up. And I also like that they keep some studs here, too. That is actually a good thing. We're building out some of these side panels. Easy peasy. And another 1x3. This looks good. More stickers! More stickers! More stickers. Here we go. All right. Let's see. And I keep on seeing somebody keeps on getting their message deleted. Yeah, you can time that person out if you want. Here we go. Boom. Ooh. We just got a what do they call it again? The super chat. Super chat. Wow. Sorry. Gaslit you. Wow. We got a Lego live streams. Heart. Cool. Or he said, woo. Sorry, not wow. Yep. Lego live streaming all day, every day. Well, not all day, every day. Once a day during the weekdays. Yeah. But, pretty much. Here we go. Oh, nice. Okay, nice. Oh, I like this. This is going to be inverted kind of the other way. Yeah, that's the way it's going to go. All right. And then I think we're going to imitate the exact same thing. Yep, on the other side. So we're almost there, by the way, with this Ferrari. This Ferrari it's coming. It's coming along. Just a few pieces out, actually. Let me see if I can't knock this thing out a little bit quicker. Because the Ferrari is supposed to be the #1 sort of featured awesome part of the build. And I think so far it's doing pretty darn good. Let's get this thing nice and centered. So many stickers. If you are tuning in sort of recently, I am building the Lego Ferrari FXX and Development Center. So it's not just the Ferrari we're building. It is. It's also the Development Center where they do the fan testing and all that stuff. So it's actually a pretty unique build. Oh, nice. We got some plate action going on the bottom here. So if you're just tuning in, the set is, I believe, $50 in the States, or €50, or 45 pounds. And considering the part to price ratio, what is the parts again? 493 pieces. That means it's a pretty good deal. Oh, that sounded like it ripped, but it didn't. Okay. Yeah, so not bad. We're getting the wheels on, and we are just about done with this guy. I didn't even build the driver. I always forget to do that when I I always forget to build the minifig. It always says to do that first step, build your minifigure. And I skip it every time, almost every time. A lot of the times it's just because I can't find all the minifig pieces in the giant pile of stuff, so I just wait till the end. And this is pretty much there. All right. Get all these pieces into the side. And then we're going to start, I think we are going to start I'm going to guess that it's going to go straight to the fan next time. Fan box. Here we go. Alrighty. Lego live stream. So anyways, I think so far so good in terms of the quality of the set. I am pretty happy. We can switch out the two different kinds of rims. There's two different sets. And it's asking me to choose it's asking me to choose the rims that have the sort of just a lot more of these little spokes in the center, and that's it. This and the cockpit windshield piece should do it. There's actually kind of a lot of not loose pieces, but slightly less solid. This feels like a build that might have a few pieces breaking off compared to some of the other Speed Champion sets out there. Cool looking print for the driver. Relatively simple. All these race car guys are cool though. Oh, this guy looks like a Nexo Knights guy. The face, his expression. I'll give you a close-up of what this guy looks like at the end of the stream, like I always do. Let's get him in the car. Does he fit in the car? That's always, I feel like, an overlooked aspect. How easily does he fit in the darn vehicle that you're supposed to fit him into? Pretty nice, actually. Whoa, yeah, he can lean way back. That's cool. He can lean way back. There's a bit more headroom clearance between his head and the windshield, but I think that's because they also made this thing a little bit taller. It's actually kind of a high build for a Ferrari, I think. I feel like this thing could have come down another stud or something. I don't know. Great looking build for the car, though. And I don't want to focus on it for too long because we got a lot more of this build to go, guys. This is only bag 1 of bag 4. This is going to be a little bit of a longer live stream. So anyways, manual numero uno is out. We are done. We're moving on to number 2. And I have a feeling it's going to start with the wind tunnel. Let's bend this back. This thing's always getting a little bit kinked up. All right. Ooh, that's such a smooth ride. That actually feels like smoother than your average one. I think there might be just a few more parts on here. It's a little heavier. That's fun. Okay, we're done. Let's see. Asking a question more than once probably isn't spamming, I don't think. I know there's like a lot of spammers out there. Streaming is such an interesting thing. I didn't watch a lot of live streaming before we started streaming. I didn't realize how much actually goes into it in terms of setting up everything and cameras, and also just like community maintenance, if that's what you call it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Is it better than the Chiron? I got a question. Is this better than the Chiron? Actually, well, I've got the Chiron here. I got a question. Is it better than the Chiron? I don't know. You tell me. It's a little shorter. That's to be fair. But they're actually, I thought this was taller. I thought this was higher up. Same studdage though. Same studdage. So this is the Bugatti Chiron. I did a live stream on this thing the other day. Honestly, it's really up to you. I think both of the builds look great. I think Speed Champions has just found a system that really works. Basically, the designers have just found a way that really make the Bugatti Chiron and the Ferraris, basically anything they make. I was a big fan of last season as well, with a lot of those classic American muscle cars and stuff, and the Ford GT and all that stuff. They're making some good stuff. Is it better? Totally up to you. But this has less stickers, not no stickers, less stickers. And I do sort of the more simplified aspect to it. I think on a personal note, I do like the Bugatti just a little bit better, but that's mostly just based on the car. It has nothing to do with the quality of the Lego. I think they did a lot of stuff right here. They did a lot of stuff right here. In general, I just like the Bugatti more, but we are moving back towards the build. I'll do some more comparisons and review stuff towards the end. It looks like we've got 2 identical torso pieces, one with a female head. Oh, and it looks like she comes with the white pants. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, she came with, in the picture, it looks like she's got white pants on. And they gave her a tablet. Actually, hold on, let me get this guy on. Smiling beard man with a hat. Alrighty. And then there's a simple build for a tablet with an actual sticker print on it. Alright. No problemo, George. I do I'm wondering, during the live builds, I feel like it would be distracting, and I think it would be, especially sort of after the fact. But it would be kind of interesting to have this recorded like as a video after the fact, so people could see like in the corner, like the actual like the feed of live comments coming through, so you could see it at the end. I don't know if that's what we're gonna end up doing. I don't think that is what we're gonna end up doing, but I might try it one episode though, just to see what it's like, and also just to play around with this program, see if I can't get it to work properly. So anyways, there it is. She's got a tablet. That's interesting. Well, I mean, this is a modern facility where people are using, you know, modern day tools. So yeah, I guess a lot of the engineers and stuff would have their info on tablets so they can walk around and be on the floor with all their data and stuff, like, and just do everything sort of real time. That's kind of cool. I like that she's got a tablet. I'll show you the print. It's just sort of like a concept car kind of detailing. Let's move these guys out of the way and let's get the actual build underway. All right. Okay. This is coming in like this, and then. All right. So I don't think. I don't know if we're building the. Oh, we're not building the fan, the turbines yet. That's not. I want to build the fan. All right. Let's build this part first. Okay. Let's get this down there. Swing. You guys can see that. And what day is it today? It's Tuesday. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. It feels like later in the week already. I've been so busy over like the weekend and doing other stuff. Well, I wasn't that busy, but you ever have that feeling where you're like, it's already, it's just Tuesday? Like, hasn't it been a week already? Can it be the weekend again? Here we go. Nice. Here we go. Lots of stickers. Oh, I think I know what I'm building here. I saw this. This was one of the more unique aspects of the entire build. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is definitely different. Like, definitely something different that they're playing around with. I know that like there's another, like in the gas station, they had sort of an electric car Phillips port, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a modern thing that they added on. Not quite as common, but you know, probably going to be more common in the future. And this is sort of along the same aspects. So here, I'm just adding some sticker detailing. We are building what I believe is, yeah. You can see it later in the manual. What we're building is a 3D printer, which is kind of cool. So in the actual shop, they've got a 3D printing machine, and I think in the machine is a car that's like, they're building like a little, basically a Lego model version, not Lego, but like a little model version of what this thing's supposed to be, which is kind of funny. But it's pretty cool that's what they decided to do here with the build. Let's see what we got. Moving this in, building out some smaller things. All right. Picked up. All right. Huh. All right. Guy who likes YouTube. You've earned a sub. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is what it says. It says 3D printing. Super fine printing here, actually. Like really small. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot to build onto the. There's a little lightsaber piece. And then you're actually supposed to put into this little, the little skate. It's a little red skate, but of course it looks just like a car. That is kind of nice. And then it just all fits right on there like that. And it looks like it's printing it out. That's pretty cool. I'll show it all closer up, and I'll turn the lights down a bit when I do that so it won't look so overexposed. But yeah, so we built a little 3D printer. It doesn't really connect at the top, but it might connect a little bit later down the line. All right. Boom, boom. Let's get it. The biggest sticker, or one. There's several that are this size, but this is the biggest they get in the set. First one we're using for the build. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So that's coming in, and then we got a little wedge piece, or a big wedge piece, I should say. All right, there it is. We're really starting to flesh the body of this thing out now. There it is. Now we're connecting it all. All right, this is a lot more structurally sound now. Everything's connected. Everything's feeling pretty good. Let's get the next light gray. This is actually kind of a small area. This is the first time I've built something out of Lego and said, huh, this feels a little smaller than I thought it was gonna look. You know what I mean? I think I say that almost every live stream where I'm building something like, wow, this is big. Like this feels much larger than what the box said it was gonna look like, you know? And this time around it actually feels not like particularly small, but pretty much what the box, maybe a little small, yeah. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be bigger for some reason. Odd. That's like the first time I've had that feeling during a build. Oh, wait. Dang it. It's one step off. Whew. I like it when they pop up like that. Not too much, but it is kind of funny. All right. Here we go. And here we go. Hello, everybody. Down. Oh wait, we got this nice little circular rotation bit. I think it's supposed to match up. There we go. Press that in. This is looking good. It is pretty small. I'm gonna see if I can build sort of backwards so you guys can see what the heck I'm putting together. It does make it a little bit more difficult when you're doing the build because you're like, huh? Like, how did this work? But I think I can cope. So yeah, got the 3D printing here. I think the engine is supposed to go here, and then this is another like information wall tablet thing that I'm putting together right now. So I'll show you in just a second. 1, 2, and then a jumper. Oh, and it's supposed to spin around. Ah, that makes sense. Oh, oops, that's a printed piece. Didn't realize we had a printed piece there. Okay. So hello, Has anyone heard of the tie wing? No. No, I have not personally heard of the tie wing. Based on the name, that sounds exactly like a TIE fighter and what, an X-wing or another type of rebel wing combination. I feel like some of the ships already look sort of close. I know that they did whatchamacallit. They did like Yoda's Starfighter also looks like a precursor to a lot of TIE fighters. And I don't think that's on accident. In fact, there might have been something that maybe in an episode and I just didn't see that part. But yeah, there's definitely similarities between some of the early Rebel ships and then sort of the TIE ships that kind of come later down the line. That new Freemaker Adventures set does look a little funny, though. It's kind of like a tri-fighter. Well, no, it's not really like a tri-fighter. But it does look a little funny. Interesting. So this is going to spin around. Let's get a... Oh, it's going to spin around right now. Let's get it all... Whoop. Come on now. And, oh, why does this thing feel totally off? Oh, wait a second. What the heck? Oh, there it goes. Okay, this thing, it was off and I didn't realize why. There we go. Okay. So we have it. There's a little bit of friction, not a huge amount, but enough. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. This looks good. Mohammed Hamza says, I love watching BrickVault. Thanks, Mohammed. I like when you guys come in, just hang out, just building Lego, you're watching me struggle, putting together super easy sets. Sorry, the last couple of minutes have been like, huh? How? Why? Oh. Sometimes I almost forget. I'm like, oh wait, hold on. People are watching me look like an idiot on the internet. Dang it. Okay. Let's see if I can't get this to look a little bit better, a little bit nicer. All right. So this is where the engine goes. Have you heard of the Y-tie? I've heard of a Mai Tai. No, I don't know a lot of these variations of. Are they actual canon ships? Like the Y-tie and the TIE wing or whatever. They don't sound like canon. Jack must drink energy drinks. Must I? Do I look tired or something? I don't feel tired. I don't feel too tired, I don't think. Here we go. Building up the engine now, in case you can't tell, this is a test engine. So it's going to be hooked up to some meters and some, I think the exhaust is also going to be hooked up. That's what I could tell from the picture. So this is what they do when they're testing out the efficiency or the torque or the power. I don't know. All that stuff. All that mechanical stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Then this goes right on the top. Oh, I see, yeah. It's actually kind of a good build for the engine. But it looks like the main part that really has the detail is all sticker. The piston heads that kind of stick out the top, that sort of really iconic part of the ship, or the engine, that's actually going to be stickers. So good to know. I don't know if you guys can tell. We're almost out of stickers for the whole set. I think once we move on to the turbines, there's only just 2 stickers and then everything else is already done. So that's good for me. I don't know. Wait, what's right side up? Okay, yeah. So the piston head's like that. Okay. So small. The detailing here is really, really small. We're almost done, by the way. If you can't tell, we're pretty much, I think it's just this engine and then one more little metering system. And then we are moving on to the wind turbines, which is the main thing that I've been waiting for to build the set. I really thought we were going to start it in bag 2. But it looks like we're going to start it now in bag 3. And this is it? No, it's not it. That's not it. Oh, whoa. What the heck is this? It's like a huge intake or something. Whoa, hello. Yeah, I was not expecting this big thing to attach on. Here we go. Almost there. Nice big engine intake. And don't worry, I'm going to zoom way in at the end of the build if you want to see the live sort of review. At the end of this, I'm going to zoom way in and you can see a lot of the stuff that I'm putting together much, much, much closer. Right now it's all still pretty far away and sort of basic, but here we go. Nice. Nice. Okay. There it is. That's the engine. Right? Cool. So the engine stays here, and this would be the front of the engine. Just like that. So it kind of sticks right on the top there. Looks pretty good, right? Somebody is saying something about a shiny Phasma figure. Yeah, that should have happened. That should still happen. It's not like just because they haven't made a shiny Phasma yet, they can't still do it. That would be a great, what is it, May the 4th? May the 4th exclusive? If they made a May the 4th exclusive with a shiny Phasma, that'd be it. I mean, I can't really think there's... Because even making a shiny C-3PO, he's only really shiny, I think, like... You know, a lot of the time he's pretty dirty. So I feel like making a shiny Phasma figure would be perfect. I think they should do it, though, because... I don't know about you guys, but I got a theory about Phasma. I think a lot of people have a theory about Phasma. They're going to be bringing her back. Remember, she wasn't... I'm not going to be talking too specifically about The Force Awakens, but there's a good chance that we're going to be seeing Phasma in a different light in the next... this is kind of cool. You kind of turn this. I don't think that really is supposed to be a thing. Anyways, we got the stuff coming up. Phasma is going to be in the next movie. I am more than positive about that, and I think she's going to be a bigger character. And I want a freaking shiny Phasma fig. It's so hard to ask. Okay. Okay, yeah. I thought we were almost done, but there we go. This is just another little table. Is anything else going to go onto it? No, I guess you can just put the tablet here or something if you want. Yeah, you can put like the tablet that the person's working on. But that's it. That's this section. We're moving on. Almost done with the stickers. Let's get this going. Number 3. Let's do it. All right. All right. So that was actually... It was a little smaller than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why I thought it was going to be bigger. But the detailing for it is nice. It's very simple. It's a very, simple, clean. Remember, these engineering rooms nowadays are like insanely clean, super organized. These aren't, some mechanic shop guys that are kind of just messing around. Maybe at heart that's how they feel, but like they're engineers. They're like top scientists that are working their butts off to make the best engines. So yeah, they're working in hyper sterilized areas, or at least certain parts of it. There's our research scientist, one of them. She's actually got a really nice print for the coat. And now let's get this thing going. This is what I've been waiting to build the whole time. Sometimes the best part of the set comes in the beginning, or the part, I don't know, the part I'm looking forward to the most. Sometimes I feel like the part that I want to build the most is automatically somehow like the part that everybody wants to build the most. I'm an idiot. Idiot. Supposed to be putting it onto this one. Okay, just a quick transfer. Nobody will know. Shh, if I do this fast enough, nobody on the live stream will know I put this onto the wrong plate. See? Nobody noticed. Okay. But yeah, sometimes I think like the most interesting part of the build is just the build that I'm the most interested in, which is, I'm realizing, not the case all the time. Here we go. A couple of these. A lot of sloping in pieces. I think all this stuff on the inside here, this is all going to get covered up. So I don't think it really matters too much about what it looks like under here, as long as it is, as long as it's strong and steady and sturdy and does exactly what it needs to be able to do. In fact, I'm surprised that we're not really seeing a lot more highlighted colors on the interior. I thought there would be a bit more. But it doesn't look like there is. Alrighty. What car? I think I know what you're trying to ask in this question. What car do you wish was in the Speed Champions line? That is a question from Red Hood Bricks. What car do I wish was in the Speed Champions line? Ooh. Cars, I mean, you can go on and on and on and on forever. I gotta say, one of my favorite cars is like a 1969 Viper, the Stingray. Not Viper, the Corvette. Why did I say Viper? The 1969 Corvette Stingray. There's something about like that classic Corvette look that's got those great wheel wells that just slide over the front wheels. There's like a certain kind of sleekness to that car that I just thought like was never recreated anywhere else. And I always, it's just like 1969 Dodge Viper Stingray. Viper, why do I keep saying Dodge Viper? What? See, my mind is messed up. But yes, that's the next Speed Champions car I would like to see. But they're not going to be making like an old school car like that unless it's some sort of anniversary and they, I don't know, sign some deal with, Corvette. I don't know. They're not gonna make it. I don't think ever, unless it's like a 50-year anniversary of the Corvette and Lego decided to do a build for it. But that would be a sweet car. Such a cool looking car. Interesting. Building out a couple of these pieces here. Here we go. And watching it in this way. All right. So we are getting something done in here. I'm not entirely sure what this part is for, because I figured we were going to have something coming through to connect up the tire spinning function and the whatchamacallit function and the fan. I think there's just a wheel in the back. So the tires and the fan can kind of run at the same time. But this, okay, I know what I'm building now. This is for the front tires to be locked in place. Yep. But there's an extra bit of building here, and I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be for. I feel like you build something better when you know the mechanism that it's going to create at the end of the day. That was a hard thing about when I was making the Porsche, that giant Porsche Technic set. Such a cool set. But, whew, like building the dual gearbox thing, I didn't know what the heck I was making. So I think I messed up on it when I was doing it at one point. I didn't know exactly how or why. There we go. So this is gonna, oh, I see. It's just supposed to give it some friction. Oh, wait a second. I think I know why. I think I know why this is going to be a thing. Let's get the other cross piece in there. Hold on. I'm almost positive I know why this thing is being made this way. This is for the front wheels, and then the back wheels are going to spin. But as far as I can tell, they're making it so you can adjust the length of the front wheels. I think that's why we're doing it. That's so cool. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. Sorry, I'm not explaining this properly. But basically, you're going to be able to fit other kinds of cars in here, not just Speed Champions cars. Because remember, we're building a Speed Champions set for a certain type of Ferrari that's a certain length, but tons of different kinds of cars exist, and you're going to be able to use this speed stress test with any of your cars, or at least a much wider variety of cars than just like a handful of Speed Champions cars. So you can make it much narrower or much wider. That's cool. That's actually, that was Lego thinking ahead, saying, hey, let's make it so we can use this set for any car set, not just some exclusive handful of other cars, because pretty much every Lego set comes with a vehicle these days. Well, that's not true, but you know what I mean. That's actually that was a very conscientious thing on the designer's part to make sure that this thing that we're building will be able to be used on anything else. Okay, so it's saying have a tiny bit of space. So this thing is loose. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay, make sure that's nice and loose. Gotta have the gears. They always tell you in the manuals, make sure to space out your gears. Basically, close up. If you ever watch this and you don't know what they mean, is just the tiniest amount of space. Not so your gears are wobbly, but so there's enough space so it's nice and loose. Because especially this is going to be the crank function. I'm going to assume is going to be to operate both the tires spinning, and it's going to be operating the oh wait, that's already there. It's going to be operating the tires spinning, and it's going to be operating the fan. So the least amount of friction as possible is always going to be the better case. All right, moving down. All right, we are just about there. All right, this thing is starting to get its full frame out. This kind of reminds me of Austin Powers. Do I have the Lego Max figure? I do not. From the those old school sets? No, I don't. I don't have Max. But we are moving through. I know Mike's going to come in later today, and I told him basically we're going to be on BrickLink all day today after this episode, and it's just going to be ordering these figures, ordering these parts for this custom build. So the entire day I think is just going to be dedicated to going through BrickLink and trying to find the sort of like the easiest, cheapest, quickest solutions to a bunch of different projects that we're working on. It is kind of an interesting thing, BrickLink. You can't just go on and just say, oh, I wanna do this, and I don't know much about building or ordering Lego. I feel like the longer I do stuff on BrickLink, the better I get at finding sort of good deals or figuring out how to order more efficiently. And I feel like that's kind of too bad, because the system really is like, you don't just go on and say, I want to buy this, and then it just does that. They have the easy find feature, which is like infinitely better than their previous option. But even then, it is still a lot of work. There's a lot that goes into ordering the proper pieces. Where the heck? Why do I feel like there's so many more pieces that I'm missing? Oh, that's why I feel like it. Okay. Okay. So that's good. That's good. Okay. There we go. All right, we're good. Moving on down. Nice. All right, this is the part of the build that I was looking forward to. We are putting up these bad boys. I do like the look of this of the actual frame that goes around the fan. I think that was a sort of, I think that's going to be probably my favorite design feature of the way this thing kind of just creates these two fun like sections. Here, I gotta move this back again actually. I think you can see what I'm talking about here in just a second. Here we go. But yeah, it's like the red and the dark gray, and they're both very, very smooth, these parts here. So I think that's going to look really good. So let's see what we got going on. Okay. moving this down. Star Wars, okay. Would you really like an Ultimate Collector Series Cloud City? What do you think, Jack? Yes, absolutely. That's almost like a non-question. It's like, yeah, of course, yeah. A million times, yes, you had me at hello. The problem with that is I feel like LEGO's kind of giving us a hint that they're probably not going to be doing that. Lando Calrissian just came out. A new version of him just came out in the A-Wing set, which is a set we don't have yet. We'll be getting it soon. But, I mean, like right there, that's a set that they should have redesigned him for the Cloud City set. But if they're doing it for something else, then there's a good chance that he's probably not getting put into another Ultimate Collector Series set. So I'm not holding out for that because I don't think it's going to happen. But absolutely yes, a million times yes. Of course, I want another Cloud City set, Ultimate Collector Series. That would be awesome. They could really. There's been some awesome entries on Lego Ideas and stuff for that, but I just don't know if they're going to do it. I don't think they will. Alright, and did I just finish off? Yeah, I did. Okay, I totally finished off. We're moving on to the last bag, guys. Last bag. Can I find this set at Target? Maybe. I don't think this is a Target exclusive. I got this from the Lego store, personally. It's possible this is at Target. A lot of the new stuff for this wave, Winter Wave, has come out in Target and Walmart and stuff. I've seen quite a bit of this stuff at Walmart the other day, but this personally I got from the Lego store. I don't know. Maybe somebody else can answer that question. Can this set be bought at Target? Or maybe you can just Google it on Target. I don't know. Here we go. All right, and we are making this connection. All right. See, that actually tightened things up just a tiny bit. There you go. Yeah, that feels pretty good. All right, so put the cross piece in. Get a couple of gears. Now we're putting the last bits. One last bag. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of moving this out of the frame. Where is the Lego store? Is somebody actually asking that? Here we go. It's not like there is just one Lego store. We've got plenty. Actually, lucky enough here down in San Diego that there are 2 Lego stores, and kind of close to both of them. I'm actually really close to one of them, but actually not that far from the other one, so that's nice. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Nice. Now we're starting to put this together. All right, and they're going to be, I think, just 4 studs apart, which means, if I'm not mistaken, right here, if we're looking at this, I'm spacing out the tire sort of space stuff. This means that this should be exactly you're going to be able to play around with the spacing of a car that's just within a few studs of each other, which I think is probably a pretty common ratio. So anyways, this, yeah. So you're going to be able to play around with the length of the car. Basically, different kinds of cars will have slightly different lengths, and then they'll be able to fit into this sort of fan that we want to play around with. Alright, let's get this nice and solid. Adding a couple more of these guys, and we're building up. Sorry. Let me move these parts out of the way. This is kind of like prime building spots for the camera. Okay. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Check it out. The circle is complete. All right. There it is. This looks good. I kind of wish, I mean, I realize why they put that little corner piece in for stability, but I kind of wish it wasn't there. I wanted it to be like solid red and gray, where they don't really cross over too much. Oh, okay, and then these sort of layer on top, so we're kind of building it, making it a nice sort of smooth transition, and we're doing it again. What do you know? This makes sense. Okay. Get one down here at the top. Nice. And this is what's going to make this thing in the front look so good. Ready? It's this piece here and this piece here. And I just really like the way those two arch pieces kind of play around with each other. I think that's just such a nice little clean build. You know, they could have made it a square and it would have looked so much worse if it was a square. Let's put them together with the tiny little thing here, and that's it. Okay, now we are attaching the giant fan. There we go. Show you what's going on in the back. Do it the opposite way. Technic pins, and then this Technic pin. A couple more. Blue one should be under the yellow here. Whoop. Drop a mess. Nice. We're almost there, guys. Coming in soon with the final review, especially if you are tuning in relatively recently. We're on the last leg of this Lego build. And from there, we shall... Oh, this is cool. Wow, there is a lot of resistance on this, surprisingly. Well, it's not crazy, but... Anyway, sorry, I'm messing around with this. But we are almost done with this review, BT dubs. The stream is not almost over. My reviews go on a lot longer when I do live stream stuff. I'm probably going to be talking about the set for another 10 minutes once this thing's actually done. So I don't know if that really counts for almost over. I guess if this is like a super long stream, it is kind of, it's a longer than average one, I think. Here we go. And that's coming in this way. And there it is. All right, yep, looks like that's not too tight. All right, and then it's supposed to just fit in this way. Fit in, come on, buddy. Nice. What? Kidding me? It looks like this thing just barely touches the other studs. Not really. Not a huge, no it doesn't. Oh, it kind of does. Oh wait, hold on. I actually need to push this plate down. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was the problem. Always test your fan out. Oh, much better. Okay. Okay, kidding. I was messing this thing up. Bam, bam, bam. All right. Yeah, somebody is noticing, why are there two cameras? There used to be three, actually. One was just about the manual, but I felt like that was kind of redundant, so we kind of got rid of it. All right, and then we are setting it up, guys. This is the only rubber band? No, there should be two in here, right? One? Yeah, two. Okay, that's right. So we get our rubber bands out. This is going to attach. Okay, whoop. Come on, buddy. Oh man, I just shot that way across the room. Hold on. Dang it, and that was such an easy way to put it on too. Okay, it doesn't actually work that. Hold on. I'm gonna hit this little button and I'm gonna find my rubber band. I shot it like way far. Okay, I'll be right everybody, welcome back. I totally can't find it. I cannot find that yellow rubber band. I grabbed a white one from another set. I'm gonna have to look for it more. Okay, so if you're tuning in recently and you saw that, I shot the rubber band, like, it went behind all of our Legos. It went behind like our huge rack of Lego. So it might have landed onto a higher set and I just didn't see it. It could be on one of the higher shelves, but I'd have to get like an actual ladder out here and actually really test this thing out. But long story short, I lost one of the Legos, or lost one of the rubber bands. Oops. So, I got a white one, and the white ones are smaller. They're tighter. So realistically, I should find another yellow one. I just can't see where another yellow one would be. I don't think there's a yellow one in there. Yeah, I'll have to look around. But long story short, it's gonna look. I mean, the thing is already pretty much there. Hopefully that doesn't mess around with the tension too much. I don't think it will. Well, it will somewhat, but let's just hope it's not like a game-breaking thing. So, yeah, if you just got here, I shot my rubber band across the room because I'm an idiot, and then oh, that works really well. Well, I can show it this way. So this is also gonna match up with the it's gonna match up with the whatchamacallit, with the wheels spinning function in the front, which I haven't even built yet. Ooh, the last of the stickers. All right, let's get these things done. All right, and here's one sticker this way. I feel like the car should be facing the other way, but I don't really think that matters. All right, let's get that done. Boom, and then here, let's get the last sticker on. Everybody, it's the last sticker of the set. All right. My Lego. Here we go. Last Lego. All right. Whew. Almost there. Oh, we're building the final ramp. We'll build two of these. No, I guess they're sort of opposite. All right, let's get this moved back so we can really build this right in the center. Where the heck? Okay, there it is. It's actually kind of a nice build for a ramp. Not gonna lie, this is one of the better Lego car ramps that I've seen in my day. I just like that it's completely studless. Alright, flip that over. A couple of these things in here. So, by a show of hands, how many people have lost a vital part of a Lego set before you finished the build? This is my second time before, like, when I was building something and then I lost like a really important piece and it just shot across the room and it landed under something and I just couldn't find it. And I just had to go searching for alternate pieces. Fortunately, there's a lot of good replacement stuff in this office, in this Lego studio. But doesn't always make the case. Here we go. So let's put the second one. Should be pretty quick. Put this up here. Flat down here. Another one over here. And then another two. Yep. Pretty much the exact opposite of this. Flip it over. Get a couple of these guys on. Very, very, very straightforward. Second time building something is always so much faster. Yeah. That's what I thought. Sorry, there's a delay between your responses and what I say. So I'm seeing all your responses now because you're seeing what I said 20 seconds later. Yes! Doesn't it suck when you lose your Lego? It's like I like that they give you a handful of the smaller stud pieces, but especially when you're building something and like pieces just fly out somewhere, you can lose a bigger part very easily, almost just as easily as losing a smaller piece. And rubber band, that's only like one of the most important things in a Lego set, especially for, you know, like a play function. So, oops-a-daisy. Guess I'll get you next time. I think it is back there. I just have to go get on a ladder or sift through underneath a bunch of stuff. I'm sure I'll find it. But it's not something I can do, like, conveniently during this live stream because it would take me a while. Or maybe I wouldn't find it, and then you guys would just be waiting for me to find it for a really long time. And that would be, I think we'd at least get the Guinness Book of World Records most boring live stream. Watching somebody try to find a Lego piece that they shot, and it's not even, you're not even watching me, you're watching the desk as you hear me struggle and curse in the background looking for it, which is even less. Oh, maybe if you can hear me curse, that'd be kind of entertaining, but not happening, not today. All right. Oop, there we go. Come on. There. So, anyways, somebody got sent 2 wrong pieces. Yeah, it stings when you get the wrong piece. I got an incorrectly molded piece. In fact, I think I still know which episode that was. It was the only time we got an incorrectly molded piece, but it was a super important piece. It was the windshield for the Avenjet. That was like for the, it was like one of the Marvel sets, and it was that red Avenjet with the Space Iron Man. We have that set, like, review somewhere in our archives, and I put that in the review because, like, one of the cockpit windshield pieces was straight up just not working. Just didn't work. It was molded the wrong shape, and it wouldn't close. Doesn't get a whole lot worse than that. Or I mean, it can get worse than that, but it's like a super iconic part of the build. You know, it's like really important. The cockpit would not close. So that was the worst thing that ever happened from getting improper pieces. But that was not our fault. That was like a fault for the set. Now, this is where the second rubber band, I think, is supposed to fit in. I really hope this smaller rubber band doesn't mess with the tension too much. I think it will. No! Okay, so what this is supposed to do is supposed to connect up both of the gears at the same time. So when I twist this, oh yeah, the tension is way higher. It's super high. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. It's like super, super high. Oh yeah, it's almost like grinding the gears, it's so high. Yeah, see, this white rubber band is a way higher tension than the yellow one, which I lost because I'm an idiot. But anyways, I think I might be able to find maybe one of the blue rubber bands that is in one of the X-Wings. I think that's a larger one. So I'm gonna steal one of those. I will steal it in a second because I do want to show you guys this function, and this was the thing I was looking forward to the most. How much of a bummer is that? Losing the freaking rubber band. There we go. I finished the set. Aside from that super, super important thing. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna do one more. I can see the X-Wing. In fact, I'll just bring the X-Wing onto the shot. All right, it's coming this way. X-Wing. Now the blue rubber band for this. Here we've got Pose X-Wing. Might as well just switch the camera. Okay, so in case you're just tuning in now, this is a looser one. This might actually be the right size. Hold on. Let me switch this down because I do want to show the tension. So I took a rubber band out of the X-Wing, and I'm taking off. Oh man, I can't really take off the other yellow one because it's already. I think this is almost like the exact same size. In fact, this blue one might be the same kind of rubber band as the yellow one, just a different color. Maybe. Do not quote me on that. I do not know if that's true. But either way, it actually looks like it might. Ooh. Yeah, this actually feels really good. There is still some extra tension. Ooh, yeah, you heard that? That was a grinding gear. Oh, wait, hold on. That grinding gear thing is my problem. I didn't push the gear in all the way. There we go. Oh, it shouldn't grind now. But anyways, yeah. There it is. That actually works pretty well. There is still a little bit of extra tension. Oh, wait. That is a weird grinding gear problem. But I think it works pretty well. I'm pretty sure that is the exact right size. If not, it's marginally different. This white one, way too small though. So long story short, don't be an idiot like me and lose your rubber bands. But I think that actually works. So this should be yellow. But other than that, the set is A-okay, buddy. All right, so we're gonna go through this thing. Oh wait, why am I not testing this out with the car? Here we go. So this should work. Here we go. Yeah. That actually looks pretty good. I like the wheels spinning a little bit more than the fan. The fan spinning should be a little bit more faster. That actually looks pretty good. All right, so let's go through this thing one more time, starting off with the actual Ferrari car. So the official set review is beginning, and let's turn this camera in just a pinch. All right, there we go. That's definitely close enough. That's as close as it's gonna get. All right, let me actually move this. There we go. Ooh, you can see just this now. So we have the Ferrari FXX. This is, Lego actually did a build on this pretty similar for the set called La Ferrari, but it was actually based on a pretty similar design to this one. Not the same car, but pretty darn close. And as you can see, super detailed, tons of stickers, nothing unexpected that comes from a Speed Champion set, I don't think. But lots of nice shapes, lots of nice shapes. I thought it was actually taller than your average Speed Champion set. Ooh yeah, you like that reflection. But when you look at it in the height with the Bugatti, it just came out, it's the exact same studdage. It's the exact same height. So I thought this was taller, but I think the thing that threw me off, the reason why I thought it was taller, see if I can't get the picture from, I know there's a picture, yeah, from the box, sorry, woo. Okay, there's the car. That's the car, and you see the front hood. See how the hood kind of dips in the front, and there's kind of like some wheel wells on the side? See what I'm talking about? All right, now you look at the hood this way. Sorry, maybe I should turn it this way. The hood comes up. The hood here comes up. And that's a really iconic feature of the hood, just in the car in general, where I feel like they could have gotten those dimensions better. So that's the single biggest criticism is this. It's got a big nose almost. So, yeah, somebody says this looks like the red Batmobile. Yeah, because it's got these fins in the back. The fins actually work pretty well. They're not actually entirely attached. They're attached by one stud, or no, well, two studs, but one stud here. So there's an odd amount of like kind of posability, not really, but it doesn't feel quite as solid as the other aspects of the build. Good stuff though. I like you can see there's a bit of a gap, like a bit of a well gap in between the sides here. I think that's really nice. It's over exaggerated, but over exaggerated I think in a good way. Front bumper looks great. A lot of nice stuff going on over here, and stickers galore, of course. No custom printed windshield, interestingly enough, but I do like that the driver's head actually kind of fits into that little notch. So many of the Speed Champion sets, you have to make sure to lean the guy back just right in order for him to fit. This guy has no problem fitting on the inside. And the interior has even some, like, so you see that yellow and stuff? That's not really supposed to be, like that little yellow bit in there. That's not really, like, the craziest thing. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like kind of rest in there. Anyways, let me just pull this guy out. All right. Actually, that head notch thing is kind of annoying because pulling him out is not quite as easy. Okay, so this is our minifig driver. Come on, focus. There we go. He's actually got the same expression as a guy from Nexo Knights. I do not remember, but this totally is a guy from Nexo Knights. Who is this guy from Nexo Knights? Okay, I'm asking now, and in like 20 seconds, I'm sure a bunch of people in the comment section are going to be like, it's Aaron, or something maybe, or Lance. Bet you it's Lance. No, it's Aaron. I don't know. Maybe they have the same face. Anyway, the detailing's nice though. You can see a little Ferrari and stuff. He's got the little shoulder straps, and this is FXXK, and he's got the flag, Italian flag. So, pretty decent fig. Let's look at the other figs. Here is our research scientist lady. The main print on the front, this is really what it's all about. You can tell it is a female figure. There's lots of pens. There's a name card there. Can I get it closer for you to see? Yeah, you can see it. Decent print. Good print all around. There's a little bit more printing on the back. Nothing too crazy, but good expression. I'm not a big fan of this particular hairpiece. It's the hairpiece that always kind of pops off on accident, but you know, not too bad. Anyways, let's get the last two figs out of the way. They're both the same torso piece, gender neutral. You can switch around the heads, the pants, it doesn't really matter. The tablets, whatever you want. Oh, and by the way, this is the tablet piece I mentioned earlier. Yeah, you can see actually the way it's printed, and even like on this webcam, it looks like you can see it's almost like a screen, you know, like it's moving around. But yeah, so there's the it shows the concept art for the car. And you got some little buttons at the bottom and stuff, but that's a sticker detail. And then he's got a like metallic wrench, which is nice. Usually they're black or like bright red or something, but he's got a metallic one. Decent figs. Oh yeah, this is them on the back. They don't have any alternate expressions. Yep, that's that. And those are the figs. So boom, we talked about the car, we talked about the figs. Let's get into this thing, and I am positive, I mean, I'm like 99% positive that this blue rubber band replacement, by the way, if you weren't watching, I shot the yellow one across the room, and I grabbed the blue one from the X-Wing. So anyways, I thought the tension was off, but I think the tension is actually spot on. So anyways, let me move this fan out so you can actually see the whole thing I'm talking about for this thing. Right, so there it is. My favorite aspect of this is I just really like the shape that comes around the top here. There's some exposed Technic and, well, a lot of exposed Technic in the back, but I don't think the exposed Technic in the back is really an issue. I don't think people are really going to care. But when you turn this, I can feel like, sort of like jumps in the tension. And I think it's just there's a lot of tension on this. I'm gonna watch other reviews and see if the tension is high for other people. If anybody has this set and there's like a weird tension problem, please let me know, because I would like to know just if it's just me or if other people, because it feels pretty tight. Not super tight. To be honest, it's actually fine. Like you can really like you can really spin this around. But when you put the car on, it looks a little bit, the wheels look better than the fan spinning. That's, here we go. Wheels look better than the fan spinning. It makes kind of a funny sound, but that's just the wheel, that's just the tires. It wasn't making that sound before. There's that sound. And then, yeah, when you put it on there, then the tires really kind of spin around. It looks good. I like the way that works really well. And if you want, you can play around with this. There's just a little bit of tension in some gears. And you can, so like for instance, are the wheels the same? So this is a little bit shorter. The Bugatti is shorter. Yeah. So when you push it out, so you can put the Bugatti Chiron in there and it fits in, as opposed to if you had it further out, like for when you have the Ferrari, it kind of pulls it forward, like the wheels are touching the studs here. So that's nice. You can fit a few different size cars on here. Probably they measured this out to most of the average size cars can all fit and do this fun little stress test or aerodynamicy test. So I think that actually works fine. This is supposed to be yellow. That's the only problem. I shot the darn rubber band out. These are the only sticker detailing that we're gonna get. This is as close as it gets. Good details, fine. They look fine. I don't know if I really would have wanted a print. The stickers work just fine. And that's also a nice bit of the smoothness there where everything, the curve just kind of comes all the way around. Nice little build. I like it. Let's move down to the other section. The Chiron is out, technically not part of the set. And let's move on through. Okay. if somebody says if you hook up the power functions for this thing, it'll spin smoothly, and I do not doubt that at all. I'm sure it would actually be really nice to hook it up to power functions. Should have grabbed an extra motor away from our Ferris wheel before I did the review, but I did not think of that. So anyways, this is our testing area. So let me actually zoom this in a little bit more. There we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, so let's start off here. This is one of the more unique aspects of it. This is the 3D printer. Can you see that print right? Come on, focus. Print 9217. I wonder what 9217 means. Maybe somebody can answer that. Usually they put the set number in there cleverly. That's not the set number for this, so I don't know what 9217, but this is a 3D printer. That's the little model of the car, and this is like the apparatus that kind of comes down and shoots out the plastic or prints the plastic or whatever. Probably a laser printer or something. And then the detailing shows a piston with the head. You know, this is definitely an engine piston, and this is just some dials and whatnot. Nice little build though. You could definitely replace this with other stuff. It's a clever little build, and I like how it just sort of fits easily into the back of the wall. It's like super sturdy. Bam! Moving on to the engine. So the engine's pretty straightforward. I've got it hooked up to the exhaust right now, but it's a good. Here, let me just unhook this from the exhaust so you can see it a little better. Okay, this is the engine. Easy. Oh, I kind of tilted this bad boy off, but not bad. Not a bad look to the whole thing. I think it looks pretty good, actually. This is all sticker detailing on the side with the piston heads. Not too crazy about that, but also don't think it looks terrible. And then this is this is the exhaust. So we've got a couple of dial meters, and you just saw me take it off. Let me put this back on. You hook up the exhaust pieces, boom, and then you hook up the next one, boom. And by the way, this is on a little rotating little table here, and then you can just fit it on. Before I put it back on, you can also see the sticker a little bit better when you take this piece out. It's a good sticker, just a nice diagram of an engine, and you can even see some of the things attaching to the engine for the exhaust and stuff. And then this is the concept art. Doesn't it look like sort of concept art for the car? You know, like the classic, they like to show those off in car commercials and stuff. But yeah, not too bad looking. And then, boom, some graphs. It's this over that and that over this. I don't know. You can, there's no real writing there. It's just dashed lines and stuff. There's no actual information. But yeah, nice. You can move these things around. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the exhaust out really quick. And I'm going to put this back in. And I think there's one more thing. I saw it in the manual. It's another little function. So let me put this. Let me put the Ferrari back on. So here we go. There's one more little function. This is the ramp. Nice, smooth ramp. Does the job. And you can actually. Oops! I don't think I was supposed to pull this whole red thing out. Put that back in. But anyways, let's put this back in here. You can actually. Whoop, you know what I was supposed to do? I saw this in the picture, and then I realized I didn't actually add the pieces for the exhaust. These are, sorry. I was showing this thing off the whole time, and these are the exhaust pipes that I forgot to put on the whole build until just now. But that's what you get when you come at it live. You see all the little tiny mishaps and mistakes instead of a nicely edited. Okay, so anyway, so this is what you can do with the stress test. You can actually have your dial meter hooked up there, and so as this thing's riding around and the wheels are spinning and stuff, it's just another little bit of just messing around with the set. That's what you like to do. And boom, that I think is pretty much everything for the set. So I'm going to zoom this whole thing out, let you see the whole thing all in one nice go, one nice shot. It's not super dirty, I hope. I'm trying not to get the X-wing in the shot. But anyways, this is the set. This is the set all together. I'm going to upload this thing as a full video in a little bit, and you'll be able to tell whether or not I found that rubber band that I accidentally shot across the room. But anyways, that's it. So there's the 4 minifigs. It is how many pieces? It's almost 500. It is 493 pieces, essentially 500. It sells for $50 in the States, or 55, or no, it says $50 in the States, €50 or $45. Decent part to price ratio, very decent. We've got 4 minifigs, which are pretty good. A lot of spare parts, actually. A few more. We've got alternate rim pieces. Generally speaking, I say this is one of the more successful of the Speed Champion sets. I'd say this is relatively worth it. I think getting this to be a little bit looser would have been the best improvement for the set, but not a deal breaker, at least not in my book. And this is actually pretty well put together. I think this is a nice little chunk. You can't rotate it. It's a corner piece that's stuck like that. Usually these things are kind of foldable in a lot of the older Speed Champion sets, but not this time around. I think that's fine. And the build for this, oops, I forgot the exhaust was plugged in. The build for the Ferrari is actually quite nice. The nose is a little bit high, not crazy too high, but a little bit high. And now once I get that piece back in, of course, the exhaust comes out again. But no, it looks good. I'm liking all of it. I give this a pretty good review. I'd say it's slightly above average. Nothing that's too crazy, but I think it's pretty good. So that is my total review. I'm going to switch back to this camera. All right, everybody. That is it for the set review. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me in the stream. I like doing these live things, and well, as you can tell, based on how this build went, not everything always goes according to plan during a build. As soon as I hit off on this live stream, I'm going to start moving all my sets around and everything in the back room and see if I can't find that yellow rubber band so I can have the proper thing. And if I do find it, I'll put in the description or something whether or not it changed the tension or something in the video description. But other than that, that is it for this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe, and I've left a link in the video description below if you want to buy the set. I think. I usually do that. All right, that's it. And we'll see you next time at BrickVault. Don't worry, we'll have another live stream, same time tomorrow, as always. And that's it. See ya.